everyone. Welcome to Feedstuffs 365 and National Hog Farmer. I am Sarah Muirhead, and we are here at the World Pork Expo, and I have with me Rick Sibbel, your director and technical lead for Mazen Animal Health. That's a name we haven't really heard before. So, can you give us a little bit of background on this company?
Sure, I can give you quite a bit of background, but I'll try and shorten it. Mazen Animal Health has technology that's learned how to take protective antigens, put them in corn germ cell seed, grow the corn, harvest the corn, grind the corn, feed the corn to animals, and get immunity via an oral delivery corn vaccine.
So it's all corn-based?
Yeah, it's 100% corn-based. It's pretty interesting in a couple of different ways. We've learned that if you're going to try and target diseases that impact the intestinal system, and our first vaccine is going to be porcine epidemic diarrhea vaccine, PEDV. It's also a coronavirus. At the end of the day, you should try and deliver whatever protective antigen you're going to deliver to the intestinal system, so the intestinal system can build the right kind of immunity. So we've actually figured out that we can feed this to the pregnant sow and vaccinate her while she's pregnant, and then the nursing pigs get immunity from the pregnant sow. And we are halfway along a 3-year timeline to develop a vaccine. Everything is still working fine. We're in a pivotal study as we speak. So with any luck, sometime middle of next year or a little bit after, we might have a vaccine.
Is that long-term immunity for those piglets?
Well, you don't actually get to answer that question until you prove the short-term challenge immunity. So as soon as we get done with this pivotal trial, which is determining short-term immunity with a challenge system to the baby piglets, then you can start asking questions and answering questions about how long is the immunity, does it have to be revaccinated. Most of these vaccines will likely have to have a re-stimulation process, so probably every parity, but at this point that's kind of a guess.
Talk to us a little bit about the differences in vaccine technology.
Well, traditional vaccine technology had multiple roots, as you know. Most of the traditional vaccine technologies are created so that you deliver a finite dose through a syringe and needle to the target animal. Now, there's multiple ways to produce needle vaccine technology. You have fermentation, you have cell culture, you have all kinds of those manufacturing processes that go on. And then you get to add adjuvants if you need adjuvants. You get to add carriers if you need carriers. You know, all those kinds of things go into traditional technology. But as we all know, if you could figure out a way to uncomplicate the vaccination process, you would have a better chance of vaccinating more animals. And then if the uncomplicated process was less expensive, then it would sort of had two advantages, and we think that we're going to have both advantages. You feed animals every day, and our first vaccine is going to be fed to the sows 3 times during their gestation while they're pregnant on top of the feed. So 3 feedings, 2 or 3 weeks apart, starting at about 8-9 weeks. Eventually we'll get to lesser vaccination doses, and eventually we'll have it in the mainline feeding system instead of top dressing. But we want to get the first license, and then we'll move on to the innovations after that.
That's what I was going to ask. So initially it's individual sow feeding, but the end goal is an overall system.
Right. The end goal for the pigs is the in the feed system. So micro it's like a micro ingredient that you'll be dosing that way. Now, this technology is a platform, which means that we also know, and we're also in the process of looking at alternate target species. So we've got a process that we're looking at vaccination for chicks in the broiler industry. And then we've got other things that we're doing. We've also identified an enzyme, a digestive optimization enzyme for chickens that we've also done the work, and it's a really good alternative to the traditional enzymes. So at the end of the day, there's lots of ways these proteins can be expressed in corn.
So on the chicken side, just to go there for just a sec, are you looking like avian influenza, or what are you looking at in terms of challenges there?
Sorry. No, actually it's going to be coccidiosis.
You mentioned the PEDV as your lead vaccine on the swine side. Where are you at in that development process?
Okay, so This is about a 2.5 to 3 year process. Now, it's 2.5 if everything you map out goes perfectly well and there are no glitches. Well, so far, we've done really well. We've stayed on course. We're in the middle of our pivotal vaccine study as we speak. That one should be done in the next 2 or 3 months. That'll give us a lot of ideas of whether we're going to get a license a year from now or a little bit longer than that after that. So we're about a year and a half away.
Because you have to go through USDA approval.
Yeah, CVB. This one is a little interesting because it's both CVB and it's BRS. And everybody in the animal world goes, what's BRS? Well, if you're growing plants, that is an organization with genetically modified plants of any kind that have to be under a different agency. So BRS helps us sort of go through the certification and verification process because our field that we're growing for PED actually has to be fenced and there can't be any corn within a mile radius. So that's some of the rules and regulations that you got to navigate with those two processes. But the eventual license to vaccinate sows will be Center of Veterinary Biologics, which is a USDA group. So
you're certainly not growing this crop in Iowa.
Very well said. We are not growing this crop in Iowa. It has to be grown where there isn't much corn, so the cross-pollination. So currently it's in California.
So when you mentioned the multi-tiers to the regulation or the approval process, does that make it more complicated, a lot more complicated, or is it just kind of another step that isn't really that big of a deal?
Oh, it's a big deal. It's a really big deal. It's a really big deal because I want you to think about this for a second. This is a good analogy. This is a little bit like a surgeon that has been using his hands for a long time to do surgery, and someone shows up and says, here's a robot. You need to learn how to do the robot in order to do surgery. The reason that's a big or somewhat of a corollary is because the manufacturing and development process for this involves cornfields, grinders, potency assays that are all done in what I would call a grain environment. Well, when the regulatory agency has to look at your steps, we're actually writing a rule book with them on how to figure this out. So we're an innovator at a multiple space here. We're an innovator in oral delivered vaccine in corn, but we're also an innovator in the manufacturing process and how do you do it correctly so that the agency that's licensing it has now for the first time licensed what I'm going to call a grain manufacturing facility versus metal, steel canks and fermentation.
Right, or even it's probably even higher than what a food grade kind of facility would be in a lot of cases. And you're talking about, as you mentioned, a whole grain system. So you got all that storage and all those variables that come into play.
Yeah, just imagine, and this is an interesting hurdle. We've navigated it, but in order to go from a petri dish with a corn plant that has the antigen to 150 acres takes about 6 years and 12 growing cycles. So now we've done all that, so we're far along that, but it causes a lot of changes in the way you do it. Now here's some advantages. Once licensed, it doesn't need any kind of refrigeration. It can stay in corn seed and it can be stable for a long period of time. Why does that matter? Well, if you're dreaming really big, you can send grain or processed vaccine, for lack of a better term, to multiple countries. They don't need cold storage.
So how many acres or how much corn does it take to produce a vaccine or per pig, or how does that pencil out?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So this is a lot of work in progress because every time that we do a new growth of corn, we are moving with higher and higher bushels per acre. This isn't like the corn in Iowa that's 250 bushels on a good year. This is corn that on a good year produces something in the neighborhood of 60 bushels an acre. So it's a completely different plant that is optimized for different traits. But what we know now is that we can get 1 million doses on something like 50 acres.
Wow, that's pretty incredible. So what's next? I mean, you're looking at other diseases too at the same time. Just PEDV is your leading vaccine. Right.
We chose PED for 2 or 3 reasons. We chose PED because the current available vaccines are they need to be improved. Okay, so the producers and the production systems need a better vaccine. So we thought, well, if we can make a better vaccine, that's a pent-up need already. That's number one. Number two is we had to convince the regulatory agencies that together we can license a product that they've never sort of anticipated. Well, that's not true. They will tell you that they've had lots of people come to them with projects that look like this, but we're much further along in the commercialization than those folks. So they do. So the regulatory agencies have a lot of experience in this space, but we're sort of up in the ante, if you will. And the other reason that it's our target species is it's pretty clear that the swine industry is extremely progressive when it comes to new types of things. And let's face it, if you're going to hand feed chickens, that's a little daunting. So you might choose a species where hand feeding works, and then once you figure out that it works in this species, then you can start figuring out how to mix it in the feed mills, et cetera, et cetera.
What kind of response are you getting from producers so far?
Well, producers are a very pragmatic sort of type of people. So when you show up with an idea like this, it's pretty much like, okay, you buy me the beer and I'll say it's a good idea, but you got to prove it to me before I can let you buy me another beer. And so that's kind of where it's at. They're all excited because they can see all the options, the opportunities. I mean, who wouldn't want to vaccinate their sows without running with a syringe and needle? So they're all excited about that. But because no one's ever done it before, there's a lot of sort of, I don't want to call it cynicism because they like innovation, but it's a lot of, you got to prove it before I'll use it. So.
Well, it's got corn in it too, right? I mean, that's kind of both sides of it for them.
Right. So yeah, so they're quite receptive. The fact that we're, another side to that conversation, and it's kind of useful, is there's been a lot of other plants that antigens have been put into, tobacco, rice, just to name a couple. Well, they're not native to the normal diet. So if you start putting those kind of plants into a pig diet in the U.S., you're not going to get very good receptivity. So one of the things that corn allows us to do is we're using native feed ingredients, and so far in all our studies, they don't even know they don't even know it. It turns out that if you're feeding about 2 to 4 pounds of feed to a sow per feeding once or twice a day, we're about a cup and a half on top of that. So it's not a very big volume, and they eat it right up. They don't even know they're getting vaccinated.
Are your studies being done at universities?
Actually, no. Our studies are being done at contract research organizations, and so we've got a couple of those within a couple 100-mile radius of here that we're using, and they've two different organizations, and we've been happy with what they've done so far.
Very good. Rick Sibbel of Mazen Animal Health. Good luck in your venture, and keep us posted on as you move forward. From World Pork Expo, I'm Sarah Muirhead.